There are some really important games missing in the PlayStation 4 Pro lineup. I will discuss the top 5 missing titles in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and don't forget to hit that like button. Let's start with the big one, GTA 5, or maybe more importantly GTA Online. Not only one of the best selling games ever, but also a title that is still super popular. Look at the NPD numbers, for example, from August. This is a top 10 list of games that sold the most at physical and digital. GTA 5, a game that is almost 3 years old now, is still on number 4 after the new releases. Last year 2K reported that it had 8 million players a week, GTA Online that is, but it was even more in the beginning of 2016. As long as Rockstar supports it a lot, people will keep playing it, and maybe even after that. I think it's safe to assume that people will always have fun in that sandbox, no matter what. But it's also one of those titles that people want to have when they buy a new console. So this is a big miss for the PS4 Pro. I mean, the PC version also supports 4K, so it should be possible, right?
And stand where the Iron Lords fell.
Bungie just released the Rise of Iron update for Destiny, which is pretty successful as far as we can tell. Although they said that they will not make a PlayStation 4 Pro enhanced version, despite the fact that they are like a PlayStation preferred game. This means that after every trailer we see the PlayStation logo, and of course PlayStation has some exclusive weapons and other content as well. But stunning 4K graphics? Nope. It's maybe because there's no PC version of this game. I mean, it would be very hard for them to do this 4K version if they don't really have it already. So on the other hand, people will play this for a long time, probably even after the release of Destiny 2 that is expected in 2017. Speaking of Destiny 2, that will probably be PS4 Pro enhanced, don't you think? But if Sony is willing to put the marketing dollars behind the original Destiny, why not let them make a PS4 Pro version as well? Destiny is a beautiful game, and I'm sure it will look amazing on a 4K HDR screen. Okay, Minecraft will probably not benefit from the same 4K push as games like Destiny would, but it would still run smoother. I mean, right now if you have a better GPU on your PC, the frame rate for Minecraft will be significantly better, and that will also happen on the PS4 Pro. Maybe they can then run the HD packs for the game, or like we see in this video here from T-Fox, it looks pretty cool and also runs very smooth on a higher frames per second. Oh yeah, by the way, Minecraft is still fucking huge, so it's weird that this game is not supported. One of the surprises of last year was Until Dawn, and also one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Characters just looked like real persons, like the actors that they were playing, and overall the horror just felt great because of the awesome lighting and just the graphics overall. It would be awesome to play this game again, not only because of the multiple choices and outcomes, but also because of better graphics. And probably no frame drops, because yeah, we saw that in this game. But Until Dawn is an old game, why would they upgrade it? Well, the same can be said for Shadow of Mordor or Sony's infamous First Light. They're not even upgrading the real infamous game, Second Son. No, only First Light. Yeah, makes sense, Sony.
Out there, you'll need all your training and equipment.
Last but not least is another game with a long tail, still the best-selling game of 2016 according to the Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot. I'm talking about The Division. Of course you can say that they need to fix their game first. There are a ton of those issues right now, but Ubisoft knows that, and they are now fixing that with their test realm to make sure that everything works before they release it. After that they will release some DLC patches and people will likely come back to play the game. The game runs in 4K on PC, so it should be possible to make this happen on the PS4 Pro, but still no word. The same goes for the frame rate that is now 30 frames per second on PS4, but more on PC. Maybe they will make an enhanced version for the PlayStation 4 Pro after fixing the game. I think it's a safe bet, but it's also like an Xbox preferred game. I mean, Xbox gets the DLC 1 month earlier. It's safe to assume that no matter what, it will not be ready at the PlayStation 4 Pro launch. But still, it's kinda bad that we don't see this game at the PS4 Pro launch. And that just sucks. I mean, with this video I also want to point out that the PS4 Pro support is super lackluster. And of course, all the games you have can be played on the PS4 Pro. I'm now talking about enhanced versions. So for Honor, for example, that will really look better on the PS4 Pro because of the 4K capabilities. but just simply all the games I mentioned here and a ton of other games that really have a long tail, Overwatch for example, just to name one, will not be supported. So it's like, okay, do they not feel like the PS4 Pro is worth it? Is Sony not pursuing the developers? Is this thing, why release this if not every game is going to support it, right? So that's what I wanted to say, of course, with this video as well. Let me know what games you are missing on the PS4 Pro in the comments down below. Like this video if you did. I'm curious to hear what you think. You can also leave that in the comments down below. Subscribe for more game theories, reactions on the latest gaming news, and way more. Thanks a lot for watching. I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.